Howdy, my name is Jim. Welcome to my booktube channel about books, reading and stuff. This is June, and June is June on the Range. June on the Range, an event created by the wonderful Michael K Vaughan. And this is my mid-month sum up. I've read 3 books so far, 3 westerns. The first was Clint, Earley, Long Riding Man by C. Wayne Winkle. This was published recently. It's a western, it's a revenge western. It's about a sheriff who returns to town with 2 desperados in tow, and he finds his ranch has burnt down, his wife has been killed, and his Appaloosa horses have been stolen. And so he goes on the trail of those who committed this crime, trailing those Appaloosa rustlers, and as he pursues his quarry, the body count rises. It was fine. I gave this 4 stars. I saw Michael K Vaughan and Steve Donahue talking about Louis L'Amour. Louis L'Amour is the best-selling western writer. He's a natural storyteller. So I went onto Amazon to see what was the cheapest book I could find by Louis L'Amour, and I came across this, The Golden West, which is a compendium of 3 Western authors. It boasts 3 Western novels, including one by Louis L'Amour, one by Zane and one by Max Brand. I started with the Louis L'Amour book, of course. This was The Trail to Crazy Man. For a western, this unusually started at sea with 2 Shanghaied sailors who have been shanghaied in a bar in San Francisco, and one of them has a ranch back in Wyoming, but he is beaten to death by the bully of a captain. But before he dies, he extracts a promise from his friend to go and check on his ranch. He gives him the deeds to the ranch and to check on his wife and daughter. So Ralph Karadec mutinies and gets on the trail to Wyoming, and when he gets to the ranch he finds it deserted, and he finds the man's wife is dead, and the daughter is due to marry the local baddie who had the mortgage on the ranch. Ralph Karadec is your typical Western hero. He's very fast with a gun. He's also very smart. He's grossly outnumbered in his town of Painted Rock. But he made the promise to a dying man to save his ranch and look after the wife and daughter, although the wife has passed on before. The Trail to Crazy Man was later rewritten as Crossfire Trail, which has also made it to a movie, and it's full of the standard western fare. There's barroom brawls, there's lots of shooting, lots of action, lots of fast riding. It's what you'd expect from a western. The third western I read was Zane Grey's Tappan's Burro. This is not a typical western. There are no big barroom fights. There's not a lot of gunfights, not a lot of shooting. It's more about a prospector in the southwest and his burro. It is Tappan's Burro. Tappan is a gold prospector used to his own company. It starts out in the deserts, and it's about his relationship with his donkey, his burro. And the donkey saves his life on a number of occasions. He's able to find the water holes and oases, and once it takes Tappan through the Death Valley in August, which is a place you don't want to be in August. It's just too hot. And later in the book, we get to the mountains and the snows, and he gets snowed in, and it's Tappan who's helping his burro there to get through the snow, dragging him on a tarpaulin. It's not a typical western, but it's set in the West, and it's an intriguing tale about the relationship of a man and his donkey. The first book I read in June was East of Eden, which is not a western, but the hero Adam Trask does fight in the Plains Wars, where a lot of westerns are set. And I still have 2 westerns to read. There's Poole's Gold by C.J. Petit, which is the #1 best-selling western today on Amazon. I don't know a lot about it. It's quite a long book. It's about 700 pages. The other westerns have been very short. And I've also got Max Brand's Jargan, which is the 3rd book in this compendium, The Golden West. I did look for a physical book, a physical western, and in Prospero's, our local English language bookshop, all I could find was this, Blazing West, which is a middle grade book about the Lewis and Clark expedition of 1804. But I don't know much about the Lewis and Clark expedition, so I'll probably read this as well. In April I read Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee, about the genocide of the Plains Indians. In these westerns I've read, the Indians have had quite minor roles. In The Trail to Crazy Man, the good guys with Rafe Karadec are sympathetic with the local Sioux, but the bad guys are not sympathetic to them. In Long Riding Man by C. Wayne Winkle, there are some Indians who are disposed of quite quickly by the hero, but they don't play an important role in the story, just giving it some western flavour. Thank you Michael K Vaughan, for creating June on the Range. It had been ages since I'd read a western before this event. June on the Range. I can't draw a gun, I can draw a man on a horse, kinda. If you enjoyed this video, partners, you can like and subscribe below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.